stuck in front of an empty project with no idea about how to fill it, and countless attempts all ending up in crappy result. If you've been in this situation, you know I'm talking about a scary writer's block, and in this video I'm gonna share with you a trick that has helped me a lot in conquering it. What's up everybody, Elk here. Welcome to my second YouTube channel where I talk about music production. My goal is to incentivize producers by showing them how much fun can music production be and to help them along their journey to success. This video is the first episode of my series Production Nuggets, where I share tricks and knowledge about music production that I learned so far, and I answer your question. If you have something you want me to talk about concerning music production, marketing, networking, whatever really, just let me know in the comment. I will be really happy to share whatever I can with you. Now grab your coffee and let's dig into it. Just by looking on Google, writer's block, here we have a very good definition. Writer's block is the state of being unable to proceed with writing or the ability to start writing something new. Some believe it's a genuine disorder, while others believe it's all in your head. Regardless, we can all agree writer's block is a painful condition that's often difficult to overcome. And to be honest, I've never seen a better definition of what really a writer's block is and how does it feel. Many people have been talking about the writer's block, and there are also several good videos on YouTube that talk about this topic and offer solutions. Some of them are good, some are quite abstract. I have heard concrete examples like taking a melody from a reference song and start to change it until it sounds quite different. Some are more motivational, like giving yourself permission to write crap, ignoring the urge of perfection. Or more philosophical pieces of advice, like change the perspective of the song and look at the topic with different eyes. What I found out to be working really well for me actually is another trick. We all have a couple of unreleased tracks, stuff that we did back in the days where we were not as skilled, stuff that we abandoned because it took a different turn from what we were expecting. And for many people, this is the right time to blow dust off these tracks. But I go one step further. Getting someone else unreleased stems can really work wonders here. And I have a concrete example. Last month, my friend Guantanamo Bay and I were deciding what to work on for our collaboration. In all complete honesty, I spent countless hours trying to get to something decent enough, and I think I've trashed more ideas in a month for this collab than ever. Zach told me he had some stems he did some time ago and that he wanted to see if we could turn them into a trance song. So he sent me these stems, and actually I can let you hear some of them so that you have an idea of what I've been working with. This is a piece of the music that Guantanamo Bay sent me. It's one of the drop that he did. So listen to this. And for example, we can have a look at the synth. It's a very nice synth, it's very interesting, it has a very nice halo, and you can see it's a combination of 3 layers. But I wanted to make some more post-processing on it. I wanted to make it more interesting, giving it some movement. You will see later in the process what did it become. Now, what you are going to listen is what I personally call pure love. This feel that Guantanamo Bay sent me is amazing. Listen to this. Come on, isn't it perfect? Last of the stems I'm gonna show you is this piano. It's a quite challenging sound. If you listen properly to it, you can hear that there is some distortion applied. And while it's totally fine, I mean, it's a stylistic choice, you can put distortion wherever, and I'm the biggest fan of distortion. When it's about this kind of acoustic instruments, reworking it could be challenging, but you will see later what did it become. Now let's see what I did with these stems. And the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is the piano. What you're gonna hear now, it's not from the stem. This piano that you see in the intro is my keyboard here that I've been playing and recording. where I've been applying this vinyl cracks that you hear in the background and some crystallizer. This one is the piano that was taken from the stems, and the interesting thing is that there is one clean piano plus a piano that is heavily distorted. As you can see, this second piano here is distorted and with a nice panning and delay, while the first one is just saturated and clean. And this is to give more a contrast in between distorted and not distorted, to make the sound more interesting. Do you remember the synth that I made you hear before from the stems? This is how I used it. I made it first a riser out of it, and then it became the real synth in the trance drop. Check this out. The main sound is given by this effect, this plugin called Tremolator by Soundtoys, that actually make these chops. And also there is some auto panning to make the sound more interesting, as I told you before, some delay, saturation, EQ, compression, another delay, but this is an Haas effect. Haas effect means that we are slightly delaying the two channels, right and left, so that for the ear it makes the sound wider. And this is an EQ mid side, again to control the stereo image. Once I got these stems and I started to work with them, then the creativity sparked again, and I started also to sound design new elements. For example, check this kick. This was totally sound designed by me. As you can see, it's a combination of simple sine waves, triangle waves, and sub and noise. Or for example, check this other sound. I like to call it the dictator voice. Check it. Finally, this is another sound that I want to show you because it's something that I really like. It's a sound that reminds me Astrix key signature sound. Working on someone else's stems is like making a remix. It doesn't require the most of your creative power. And in my case, it was a very fun challenge and collaboration. Also, it ended up to be my next release on Spotify. The song is called Reptilian. I will put the link below in the comment. It would really mean the world to me if you could go and give a listen. And since it's the first time I go so hard on Psytrance, your feedback will be really well appreciated. If you like what you saw, smash the like button. So that's it for today. I will leave you now with the preview of the track. See you in the next one.